"There, another piece of debris," said Jack, disappointed. While he left Greenfield together with Reilly, he figured out that he had to rise to the occasion. It was now, or never. The ham radios would not be located anywhere in these farmlands. If he wanted to contact anyone out there, then he needed a radio. Searching trough the wasted cars, he struggles to find a decent intact radio. The motherboard chip is completely fried. Jack throws the radio against a Yellow Beatle, still intact. The radio hits the car's hood with a loud dunk, and makes the alarm go off. "Well, what the heck?" Jack said. He looks trough the cabin, and spots a brand new truck intercom. Not a ham, but good enough. Maybe the last owner was a undercover cop or something. If the alarm was still working, then the battery should still be fine. Reilly jumps around the car and starts sniffing around. At least he was showing some animal instincts. "Check this out. There's a gun stuck between the back seat," Reilly said. Jack reached his hand to the car's door lever to open it, but it was locked. "Shoot. I left my keychain at the supermarket." Reilly moaned a little bit, and offered to get the keychain. "I will be back in a minute. Stay here and don't do anything stupid." After 5 minutes, Jack couldn't wait to smash the window open, so he did. After he chipped all the sharp glass pieces of bloody mess, he wormed himself trough the window. Better. He lit a cigarette and sat back for a while. The car's seats were pretty comfortable and gave a relaxed feeling for someone who slept the last 9 years on a spring spiral bed. It was getting dark, and Jack got worried now. Where is Reilly? What is he doing? Crunching on his last few cookies. He looked inside mirror, and reckoned he should shave. When Jack turned his face up, Reilly jumped on the car with sonic speed and started barking and shouting, "Run, now!" Jack almost wet himself from shock and yelled back in a paranoid way. "What?" But Reilly got pissed off now and grinned his teeth and looked severely irritated. "There is a horde of wild animals coming upward the road. We have to get out of here, now." Jack replied quickly, "Give me the keys. Do you got the key, s?" "You better, huh?" Reilly started looking pale now and suddenly barfed Jack's keychain out. It was covered in drool and maple rum syrup. He took the keys and started picking the car lock. The first key broke up. The second got stuck. One key was left, and Jack started sweating now. Click. Click. Crack. The key broke off, but the front lights turned on. Jack realized now that the car's power is on, so he stuck the chipped key piece in the lock and turned it. The car started, it worked. While Jack pushed the poke into the reverse, Reilly jumped in, and little did they know that the horde was close. Up to 2 minutes distance. The car started shaking now, and windows vibrated of stampeding. Jack managed to turn, shifted into the second gear, to early, and slowly build up speed towards the dark forward-laying road. Jack looked back in the mirror, and saw that Reilly was not looking healthy. He gave him his last cookie. Looking inside the mirrors, he saw the first horses running in front of a big dusty mass, followed by something what looked as elephants. Speeding up and entering the 3 shift now, he suddenly felt the stampeding coming closer and closer now. The first horses strafed by and miraculously the horse kept up with the car and turned his head. Jack guessed what was going to happen next. Chapter 4. Reilly was barking like crazy, and Jack felt the pressure rising. All this intense concentration cranked up his stamina, but in a heavy way. His MP3 player kept hanging in rewind, and Metallica sounded as a broken TV now. The horses ran by, in front of the car, kicking the bumper heavily. The car slipped for a while, but the Beetle maintained. Life flashbacks streamed by and opened Jack's eyes for a moment. He felt emotional and tears dropped and rolled over his cheeks. Entering the 5 shift now, Jack hit top speed. Reilly, who fainted now, seemed in doggy dreamland. Jack made a decision there. He gave a massive pull to the right and rammed the car trough the animals. The car tilted when all force leant on one side. Not one but 2 times the car flipped over, landing it in the middle of the side forest. The stamping animals, consisting most of the old zoo, all running by now. It took more than 10 minutes before the whole rage subsided. In the meanwhile, Reilly waked up. His face was covered in blood and a few teeth were missing. Jack was unhurt, but hanging upside down, making it feel impossible to get out of the car. Jack screamed at Reilly that he had to get out of there, for the car was going to explode. "You know that's suicide, do you? Come on, pathetic human. Don't leave yourself here, you will regret it, wherever you may depart." Jack came to sense and saw the first flames occurred underneath the hood. "Get me out then, stupid dog, pull me out." Jack's leg was so tight jammed that the gas pedal prevented him from going out. Reilly didn't hesitate for a moment and bulked up. He pierced his sour canines into Jack's leg and started pulling like a donkey. Jack screamed like a little pig. The flames were coming inside now, and Jack's pant caught fire. Reilly pulled so hard that Jack landed on top of him. "Come on, Jack, we've to get out of here, like yesterday." Running in some flames, Jack and Reilly hid deep into the forest. While in haste trough the bushes, a loud explosion sounded trough the whole area. It scared pretty much all the bird life away. Shrapnel blasted everywhere around, and Jack and Reilly jumped flat on their bellies. Jack looked on his MP3 player and saw the last song was playing Dirty Window. Then he figured out that this ride was not over yet.